Hi there, Chris Cannon here with another Dr. Chris moment. Today's topic, Thanksgiving. Yes, it's November again. We're going to participate in that most wonderful family tradition of Thanksgiving. So think about it. Thanksgiving is a wonderful time to see with family, be with friends, have a lot of great food. But Thanksgiving also brings its own set of stressors. Let's anticipate some of those stressors today to give you a better sense of self-control. There is the stress of being in different settings. Either you're going to somebody's house or a lot of people are invading your house. And that's something that we don't always experience on a daily basis. So that's stressful. There's the stress of reconnecting with family and friends that we see infrequently. There's the stress of knowing how to talk to them and how to revisit things we've talked about in the past. Then there's the stress of expectations. We always want everything to be wonderful. So how do we deal with these particular stressors? Well, the word is self-management. When we manage ourselves and know what's going on with our emotions and are able to respond in appropriate ways, that gives us a sense of self-control. Greater sense of self-control we have gives us the greater ability to deal with stressful moments. So what are some things that will give us some self-management tips and self-control ideas for Thanksgiving? The first is start planning now. Don't wait till the Monday before Thanksgiving to plan your menu or to plan who's coming or to get your house ready. Start planning now. Even if you're not working on these things yet, the very fact that you have them down on paper and you thought them through gives you the ability to let that go. The second issue is manage your expectations. And by managing expectations, we're talking about the P word, perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. And when we start out with any expectation that something has to be perfect, we have added a load of stress to ourselves that we haven't even considered. So rework the P word. It doesn't have to be the perfect Thanksgiving. It should be a fun Thanksgiving. It should be a meaningful Thanksgiving. It should be a joyous Thanksgiving. Those are possible. Perfect isn't. The next thing is delegate. If you need other people to bring food, ask them to bring food. If you need other people to bring drinks or other items, ask them to bring those items. If you need help getting your house set up, ask a few folks to stop by an hour before Thanksgiving to help you put up tables or get things going. Don't stress yourself with the feeling that you have to do it all. And in the middle of all this, give yourself a break if you need. If you feel a little overwhelmed by everybody in the house, slip out the back door and walk around the house a couple of times. Go to a room in the house where you can be by yourself for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Come back out and join the party. It's okay to take a moment for you in the midst of everything. You don't have to be on all the time. Now, the other thing that comes with Thanksgiving is sometimes we have those challenging family members that sometimes they get into discussions or want to discuss things openly that may lead to some uncomfortable feelings. What are some ways to deal with that? Well, the old time idea that from many years ago is still okay today, place cards. If you need to place certain family and friends at different ends of the table to maintain a sense of peace, not a thing wrong with that. Let's say you hear two people talking about something and that they're getting into a discussion that you're afraid it may erupt into something. Well, that's where we use boundaries and redirection. Walk up to them and say, hey, I understand what y'all are talking about right now, but today's Thanksgiving. It's not the most appropriate time for us to have that discussion, maybe another time. But hey, do you remember 2 Thanksgiving ago when Aunt Sue dropped the pumpkin pie on Uncle Fred and how surprised he was? We all laughed so much about that. In other words, what you're doing in that moment is you're setting a boundary. This isn't the time for this discussion, but you're also redirecting the discussion to something that's a little safer and easier. That will give you a great sense of self-control. And if you need to, practice having this discussion with yourself. It's an easier way to understand how to have it if you've already done this in practice. But more importantly, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let gratitude be the theme of the day. Take time for yourself and be gracious to your guests, to your family, to your friends, to yourself, and be grateful. And let that be the mark of your Thanksgiving. And remember, you can do this.